All right, guys, Red Alert 2 World Series action coming at you. And yeah, here we are, boys. The semifinal game. Winner of this goes on to the championship. Couple killers in here. We got Legend in red out of Jordan, the God of Thunder, on the left side, facing off against Marco, the GOAT, aka the final boss out of Finland. Yellow, right side. Let's see how you guys are feeling about this one. 100% of you guys on Marco. You guys are catching this while live on Twitch. You guys just saw Legend. Legend put on a show. Legend proved he deserves to be here. Took down Zed, took down Luke to get that $40 mid prize. Now facing off against Marco. Loser of this does go home. Winner playing Kian tomorrow. Again, guys, stick around. Tomorrow is the day that everyone's talking about. Kian is playing Marco in Yuri's Revenge and Red Alert 2 and the winner of this game, so it could be Marco or Legend. If you're on YouTube, that game will have already happened by the time you saw this. Come over to Twitch, catch it live. I stream almost every day, different times. It's free, it's easy, redalert2.com/live. I recommend it. But of course, if you can't make the live streams, YouTube's always there for you. We'll get that highlight up as well. If you guys are on Twitch and you want to watch more games when I'm not live, you should like, comment, and subscribe. Get over to the YouTube, redalert2.com/YouTube. I got the link over there. I post videos every couple days. It's only the cream of the crop. You only get the bangers over on YouTube. So, Legend coming off a win versus Luke on this map, so you got to think he's familiar with it. He definitely, it was a little bit of trial by fire there. Yeah, I don't know. It was it was an interesting one. You know, Legend was a very, very close series, but Legend was able to get wins with both Allied and Soviet. We've talked about that before with him struggling just a little bit with getting his Soviet wins, or sorry, getting his Allied wins. Of course, against Marco, Marco dialed in. Marco is the winningest. I always forget how to use that word. Winningest is a word. I forgot how to use it though. All right. Oh, and Legend pushing Marco around. Now, I was going to say, if there's any way for Legend to get a leg up, it would be in this series right here, right now. He just came off playing the map. He knows it well. And Marco generally kind of just comes into Blitz a little bit blind and kind of learns to fly on the fall. He doesn't usually get much rep in on the map. So, Legend coming off a series right before this, definitely Legend's chance here to take down the GOAT if there was a day for it. Let's see if he can keep riding this momentum here. Ed with the raid. Ed with the raid. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You guys are just in time for Marco versus Legend. Semi-final game here. Winner of this goes on to the championship to play the Octo Kid tomorrow. And Legend continuing the push here. Marco, we've seen what Marco can do in these positions, though. Marco's Sentry Guns become Grand Cannons. His Rhinos become Apocs. These low body situations defending, he just becomes so difficult to get through. And Legend, good pressure there. He did get an oil. He did get the airport. But then is forced to kind of take a step back, and now Marco looking for the counterpunch. And look at this build from Legend here, coming down into the center. The map was designed to be able to do this. Theoretically, you could actually build up on this cliff as well. It actually looks like Legend might be trying to do that here. Now, the foothold in the middle here can be nice. These money crates are huge, guys. If you're able to get all 4 of those money crates, especially the first round of them, an absolute boon to your economy. I mean, I love that word, boon to your economy. Circus. Oh yeah. Oh, Blazer. Yeah, I named it Carnival just for you, buddy. Oh, Ed, you brought Blazer. Ed brought Blazer over just in time. Thank you. I was thinking we were having too much fun. Where's the negative Nancy? We got Blazer in the house. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it. Legend keeping the pressure on here. And Legend again comes rolling through. Oh, is he going to be able to get through on this one? Gotta be getting through. Okay, I was like, God, sometimes with Marco, I never know. I'm like, fuck, if Marco has a sentry gun, I'm like, you never know what could happen. Yeah, and again, so 100% of you guys on the GOAT. No one's comfortable voting against the GOAT. It's never comfortable to do that. But again, I think this could be the perfect storm for the God of Thunder, boys. Like I said, Marco usually doesn't really practice these maps much. You got to think this is the map that plays the most different, and Legend pulling all the tricks out. He just came off that series versus Luke. He knows the map. In fact, he's stealing some of Luke's. This is what Luke did to Legend. This is what Luke did. Legend is like Kirby in Super Smash, right? Like, so Legend sucked in Luke, and then now became the Jedi, and now uses his power. So now this is exactly how Luke got a quick win against Legend in their AVA. Luke did this exact opening versus Legend and got a quick win, and Legend now going to do it to him, but Marco goes right down the gut. And of course, the MCV is naked in this scenario. Another Grizzly coming. Legend forced to pull back here. Legend's going to be able to hold his MCV, and the GIs are coming. Marco's going to need an answer for those GIs. He's already down He's already down the Eagle pad and probably going to lose that power plant. Legend with fodder in the fight using a defensive Eagle as well. And Marco's not going to find any value downfield. Unfortunately, he didn't get those sandbags down, so he can't get that power plant, which is a bit annoying. But he's going to go walking right in with those GIs. And yeah, and I think Legend knows that Marco's trying to get a little bit calibrated right now. Marco's trying to figure out the map a little bit. He's trying to learn as he goes here, and Legend does not want to let that happen. Legend wants fast points and fast wins. He's going to try to end this series before Marco knows what's going on. Deep, beautiful paradrop from Marco on the backside there, but there are pillboxes there already. Those GIs, they're going to take out that pillbox. Can they get that power plant? That'd be huge. Rocky over to help as well. All of Legend's production on the top side now. Yeah, and Marco knows, Marco knows at the top level like this, you can't really afford you can't afford to sit and try to adjust for too long. So you see Marco already kind of trying to look downfield here and try to find some value, trying to find a gap in the armor. A few early pillboxes kind of makes it a little bit annoying for kind of some sneaky stuff. Pillboxes are nice to have like this on this map. We've seen what these paradrops can do to players. IFV's out now. Now Eagle's in the sky. Now the Eagle advantage for Marco is huge here, and he took out that AFC. AFC wars oftentimes decide the AVA matchups. The Rockies taking the War Factory. Come on, no, Legend! You guys are thinking I'm playing favorites. I'm definitely playing favorites. I really want Legend to go up 2-0 because I know Marco could easily come back after that. As soon as Marco gets his feet underneath him, Legend's going to be in trouble here. So I'm cheering for Legend early on to see what he can get done before Marco gets warmed up. And unfortunately, it looks like that time has already come as Legend is down a War Factory. Legend down a War Factory, and he's going to lose that AFC. Ooh, and one Eagle on the pad as well. Very, very tough position to come back from here as the Rockies come in to target that power plant. That puts Legend low power, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punch combo. Yeah. Yeah, very, very nice. AFC goes down again. Oh, man. Legend! Legend, come on, man. Oh, man. Legend was so excited with that opening. He was like, oh, shit, I'm going to steal the opening from the Jedi. Marco's not going to know what hit him. And that's why Marco's the final boss, boys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Over to point number 3 now. So Allied versus Soviet now. So Legend going to take his preferred faction first. So... we can go out. It's interesting to have these matches back to back. Again, we did just see Legend just play. If you're catching us live here, so he did lose an Allied versus Soviet in a slow game. Wasn't able to adjust to the late game Eagles. He did win a very fast game, going right down the gut and sniping an MCV in about 30 seconds. So I don't know, with Marco's early game defenses are so strong. It's tough. I mean, you got to think that Legend, there is a way to play a long game, Soviet versus Allied in Blitz. But again, it takes about 10 flat cannons to do it, and then a mid-late game tech push, Kirovs and ICs and things like that. You could bring the Dreadnoughts out. We haven't seen it yet. This is one of those things, man. It's funny in life. You spend so much time on the stuff that ends up not mattering. And then the stuff that does matter, you just kind of neglect sometimes. But I spent like an hour and a half making this shoreline perfect, so that people could get in here and use Dreadnoughts. No one's ever used them. So, a waste of time. But it's still an option. If you guys want to use Dreadnoughts, you can. It's still an option. Alright, so both players opening an Eagle here. Some early pressure from Legend. I think Legend knows that. I think Legend's smart enough to know that he's definitely... the longer this game goes, the worse it's going to be for him. So he's definitely going to try to get in here. The double shot from the Eagle, that's a little bit annoying. The first shot missed, the second one hit. Double shot with the Eagle is random. As far as I know, I feel like some Red Alert 2 scholars speculate there's ways to encourage the double shot. But as far as I know, I think it's random. All right, and so rolling through. Now, all these rhinos, a few smoking rhinos in that group. And so Marco gearing up fodders and grizzlies to defend, and that was very, very interesting for Marco to open an oil up there. That's the expansion. AVS, the Soviet player, is always going to try to put pressure here on that Eagle pad. So putting an oil up there was a little bit questionable. Again, I think we're seeing Marco... let's just say Marco hasn't played this map 1,000 times. He definitely hasn't played the map 1,000 times. But does put that oil up there. Gives Legend a little bit of a freebie early on. Crates are going to be coming now. These GIs in the center are a little bit annoying. And it looks like, so Legend knows the crates are coming here. This could be huge. Legend could get all 4 crates. Legend gonna get all 4 crates. And what an absolute boon to his economy. I don't know why that's cracking me up. I don't know. Using the word boon as an adjective. Wait, is that an adjective? Boon to his economy? Would that be used as an adjective? Or, wait. I can't think about it. Okay. So we're going to come in again and just continue to try to force Marco to amputate expansions here. Could be getting another oil, which would certainly be nice. Now, the 4 eagles are out, but of course he lost that eagle pad, so he doesn't have his 5th eagle. That means Marco can't be sniping oils or war factories. With 4 eagles, the best you can get is a power plant or a barracks. Okay. What can happen here? Now Legend barebacking it, boys. No dogs, no fodder, a lot of smoking rhinos. He needs to be careful here. And you look at Marco baiting him to shoot that airport. As Legend was shooting that airport, Marco jumped in. Marco's got plenty of tanks to hold here. The GI's a bit out of position here, but you expect to see more pillboxes. But Legend's got a war machine. There's another wave coming right behind this now as Legend gets over to 6 war factories. Marco on 2 war factories, and Marco has amputated both of his top and bottom expansions, now confined to this middle plateau. And Legend's map control's massive. You're on 18k. Those money crates coming out in the center. Yeah, that's what you get. I mean, it's meant to be an anti-turtle mechanic, and it certainly has behaved that way so far in this series. Those 4 crates were huge for Legend, allowed him to really posture up on his macro. And yeah, the Rhino Storm's still coming, but well, you can never really count Marco out. Now, the big thing is Marco needs to get another eagle pad. He has to try to get an offensive presence and slow down this machine. Now, the good news for Marco is that Legend does not build anti-air, and he always builds oils in catastrophic positions. So if Marco can get down and hit this oil, it would take 2 war factories and a barracks. But he's got more important things going on the home front. Now, snipers to the front lines to thin out the fodder. He knows this is getting to be a scary amount of rhinos, but beautiful defense from Marco right now. And Marco's snipers doing so much work to thin out that fodder, but he needs more pillboxes. Marco on 6k. You do not expect to see this from Marco right now. Marco a little bit slow on the click, and the pillbox spam. We don't see the pillbox spam. Marco just has too much going on, not able to keep up with the pillbox spam. He was doing about 8 other things. I can't blame him, but Legend rolls through. All right, here we go. So now over to point number 4 now. Match point if Legend can take it home. Legend, yeah, so this is it. Best of 5, right, boys? So Marco fighting to stay alive, fighting to give us that barn burner. The Dreadnoughts, yeah, how much can they hit? It's a good question. I didn't want to cut it in too far because I wanted this, like, back area to be playable. You can hit this. You could hit like this. I know, it's not worth it. There's a reason no one does it. It's because it's not worth it. But anyway, theoretically, you can build Dreadnought if you want. Yeah, so, all right, guys. So here we go. Z7 says 2v2. Yeah, the boom. Oh, that's right, Full Heart. It's the boom of money is a boon to his economy. Yeah, I like that. Alright, guys, so Allied versus Soviet now. So, Legend's Allied. Yeah, Legend's Blitz Allied. like I said, there's no one... And it really speaks to how good Legend is at Soviet, and just how good he is as a traditional player to play his Allied, to be where he is in Blitz, to be in the semifinals right now. Because his Allied, he just doesn't play like a Blitz Allied. Like, he doesn't fully capitalize on the full Allied arsenal. You don't see him. A lot of times he's not really using his Eagles the way you expect him to. He forgets about the snipers sometimes. But hey, he's the God of Thunder. He doesn't need those things, man. He's like, yo, tie one hand behind my back. I don't need the Eagles. Hold my beer. I'm going at the GOAT. First little engagement here, and Marco, you don't expect to see that from Marco. Couple tanks out of position, Legend right there to take him down, and that's what it takes against a player like Marco. He's gonna make so few mistakes that as soon as he does, it's absolutely critical that you make him pay for it. All right, so now Marco knows here. Obviously, the clock is ticking a little bit. We'll see if Marco tries to run. Marco's trying to do an aggressive Soviet, but look, where are these Grizzlies are just like materializing right now. Yeah, Marco on 3 war factories, though, should be getting a tank advantage here fairly quickly. Marco definitely capable of playing both styles of Soviet versus Allied. He could just kind of run and gun early on, dogs and rhinos, and try to apply pressure. He's also very comfortable sitting back. Marco's one of the few players who makes Eagles look like they need a buff. He will build 1,000 flak cannons and completely shut down the allied air units. And we've seen him do that before, and then he can push tech and win a late game with Iron Curtains. It doesn't look... Well, we still don't really know. 2.5 minute mark. It could still go either way. The crates are out, and again, a little bit... okay, Marco got down and got 2. So 2 for 2, so about even. Look at all these defensive GIs. So, Legend's tucking in, but where's the AFC, Legend? Legend's on 13K. Where's the AFC? Marco's going to get in, take a free airport there. That's nice. And now playing off this top area can be nice. You kind of come with an elevation advantage, can try to grab that power plant and amputate. That's the name of the game against the allied player. He does need to watch the gut shot here. If Marco gets out of position, he can try to go down and go right at that MCV. The map is bigger than the other ones, but the straight line MCV to MCV does open up that gut shot potential still. Quick reminder, guys, if you guys do want to come play, we got a tournament every month. We actually are Signup. Signup is in the next 24 hours. redalert2.com. You can learn how to download and set up and start playing the game. You can sign up for the tournament. You can join the Discord where you can connect with the community, ask me questions, troubleshoot things, and sign up for the tournament. So redalert2.com has those buttons. Every month, guys, we do all 3 game modes, Blitz, Red Alert 2, and Yuri's Revenge. All different game modes, and we have divisions for all skill levels. You're saying, Ivor, I haven't played in 15 years. I don't know how to deploy my MCV. That's okay. We got a group of you guys. You guys play against each other. Someday, maybe you'll be in here versus Marco and Legend. But again, we do have events for new players, cash prizes, free to play. It's lots of fun. Come join. Desolator's coming in. So again, guys, so you see Legend forgetting about snipers here. Now Legend out with snipers. Okay, Legend. Legend's hungry, boys. Legend's hungry. All right, so the Rhinos edging their way in right now. Snipers holding those Desolators at bay. This is a ton of Grizzlies. Marco does not... Oh, Marco gets devoured on the bottom side and is split on the top side a bit slow. The Desolator didn't clear out enough GIs and GGIs. Marco now going to force to go in here. He's going to run over the GIs. Of course, you cannot run over GGIs. They are anti-tank infantry for a reason. So now Marco going to go to work. What kind of value can he get here? He has to be careful. Oh, he's going to go for the oil. That will take the MCV. Legend moves the MCV. Legend moves and saves the MCV. So Marco tries to take advantage of Legend's build there. Legend able to save the MCV, but now the MCV on the run. The MCV does go down. Marco rolling through. The Mirages started coming for Legend, but a little bit too late. And Marco lost massively on the bottom side, but got through on the top side. You know, you see all these tanks, you think he blew them out there, but all these tanks are, well, I mean, a lot of these tanks are limping, man. Very, very close. But the Desolators clearing out some of that infantry, the infantry defenders there on the top side, opened things up for Marco. You got to think... Well, yeah, sorry. Marco has an MCV, and the big one is, I mean, obviously if you have Desolators, you see all these infantry, it can be kind of scary, but this many tanks doesn't matter. Of course, the Desolators, Marco can just bring a Desolator, but he can roll through with tanks now, way, 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 way ahead. Yeah, things turned quick there. I thought Legend had a pretty good turtle shell going, but against a player like Marco, you need about twice as many defenses as you think you need. Marco takes it home. We're burning another barn. Okay, I think we're like 5 for 5. I feel like we're burning barns all weekend this week. I mean, man, what a weekend, boys. Here we go, boys. And another barn burner, man. The players are spoiling us. These guys care about us, man. This is it. Match point. Burning barns. Winner of this going on to the finals to play the Octo Kid tomorrow. Loser of this taking that sad walk home empty-handed. And man, I really feel, you know, Marco's Marco, right? He's consistent, he's cold-blooded, he doesn't tilt, he plays, he's dominates at the top level in every game mode, any day of the week. We've been having that conversation lately about, I had someone ask me, you know, if Woody's better than Marco, why is Marco the GOAT? And the thing for me is like, Woody won't just like take a random match. Like, Woody won't even play. Like, Woody, at this point, like, Woody kind of has this, like, undefeated title, and he's become very protective of that. And you can't really get Woody to play. Like, I've offered him, like, crazy amounts of money. I've said any game mode, any platform, any series, any opponent, and he's just not really down. You know, he plays very select tournaments and stuff. So, yeah, Woody, I don't know. I mean, I guess if Woody and Marco played, Woody would win maybe right now. But the point to me is, like, Marco's down to beat anyone in any game mode any day of the week. And that's why, you know, I think, you know, I give Marco that title. But... with that being said, Legend's hungry, man. Legend came off a couple hard losses in some show matches recently. People in the Discord were kind of giving him shit a little bit, and we saw that. You know, he lost that show match to Root and then we did a rematch, and he, you know, goose-egged Root. So I think Legends playing with a vengeance, playing with a fire right now. And I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it all comes down to this: Soviet versus Soviet. Legend did win this first match. Did win the Soviet versus Soviet the first point of the series. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're in for a treat, boys. But we'll certainly see. Legend starting things off fun with an oil right next to his MCV. That oil will take out the MCV. You want to get 2 cells between your oils and your buildings. But again, Legend. Legend just doesn't play enough Blitz, man. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's like by not practicing the map, it's like he's wearing it's like he's in a race with a backpack full of bricks, and someone's like, dude, just take off the backpack full of bricks. He's like, I don't care. I like the backpack full of bricks. I'm doing this the hard way. Legend finds an opening bottom side. Marco matches that split, but not with enough. Sentry gun to help hold now. See what kind of value he can get on the bottom side. Yeah, but Woody doesn't play. I mean, it's kind of weird to say. It's like, I mean, how can you compare a player who won't play show matches? I mean, who won't play, I don't know. It's like, how can you even say who's the best if he won't play more matches, you know? Anyway, it's fine. I don't blame Woody. If I was undefeated in tournaments and show matches, I wouldn't be playing games either. All right, big engagement here. We do have Marco with a little tank advantage and a little bit of a fodder advantage. Yeah, Legend going to pull back. Legend 12K. Legend overproducing now. He went a little AFK on his barracks there. Doesn't have the dogs that he wants in this position. Is able to pull back, though, and Marco not able to get much value. So far, nothing too crazy. You guys are thinking, Ivor, you're just being mean to Woody because he won't play on your stream. Of course I am. Of course I'm being mean to Woody because he won't play on my stream. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I like players who are down to play. You know, I don't know. I'm a hype man, obviously. I'm a fan of the players who are down to bang. You know, Marco and Legend, man, these guys will do a show match on the moon for no prize. You know, any game mode, brand new game mode, they don't care. All right, so both players, you see that, and these guys, you know, really respecting each other. You know, you can't just they know that this is right now with these kind of tank numbers, it's a couple misclicks away from a GG, and both players certainly feel that. We got 6 war factories for Marco. It's 6 and 6, boys. Dogs and rhinos. Small dot, and York. Thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. All right, now Paradrop, yeah, and both, this is like the calm before the storm, because you know you're seeing this, you're like, oh, not much is going on. It's something crazy is about to happen though. Now the question is, do you make the switch for tech? Neither player making the switch over to tech, and you see that both their players' economies. So look how these guys are playing this. To have so many units, but look at their money, right? This isn't funny money. And I said that before, but a lot of lower level Blitz games, players overproduce so much, it's like, oh, the money doesn't matter. At this point, the money does matter. If either of these players starts going broke, and Marco's about to, 3-6. Yeah, Marco goes to 7th War Factory. So up to about 7 War Factories, that's where the production doesn't really increase that much. Up to 7. 7's kind of the sweet spot. If you can get to 7 and hold. Oh, look at Marco takes the higher ground there, shooting down from the bridge. Legend has to be very careful in this position. Continuing to engage, though, he does have a slight fodder advantage. Ooh, Legend. Marco up on that hill, you gotta think he's getting a massive advantage here. Yeah, and Marco forced to pull out. He sends 8 conscripts to the front line. That's not gonna be enough. The storm is coming here. Radar's out, so Desolators are coming for Legend. Let's see how quick he can get the Desolators involved. He's gonna need massive Desos, and he's gonna need some drones too. And now Legend trying to buy himself some time, maybe trying to bait Marco into a base trade. He does make Marco split off, which does slow this storm down a little bit, but I don't see Desolators and I don't see drones, and I think Legend would need a little bit of both if he wants to hold this right now. Marco now uncontested in the back of his base. Again, a few conscripts in charge of the defensive measures. Not going to be enough. Marco, whoa. Man, that run from Legend, wow. That was very, very interesting. Man, I really thought, you know, I really thought Marco and Legend going broke. I'm really surprised to see the dust settle like that without Desolators getting involved. You know, there was a time right in this position when all the armies were right here. Marco had such an advantage, and now Legend posturing up a little bit. A few Desolators kind of threatening right now, and 5 conscripts picking off power plants. Dude, conscripts are the MVP of the day. In our pro games today, the conscript paradrops have done so much damage. They're just such a nuisance. Like, they've been sniping war factories and power plants all day. So 3, 6, 7 war factories for Legend. 3, 6, 6 or 7 for Marco, and now Marco over to Battle Lab Tech. So Legend was trying to push Tech, and Marco took out that Tech expansion. So Marco did get value in that attack, and now Marco pushing in again. Can Legend somehow pull another trick out of his hat here? Another pair drop bottom right, probably gonna destroy his entire base at the rate we've seen him playing. And Legend, the Desolators are there though, so Legend has to be careful. Legend has 2 elites in this group. Oh my god, Legend holds again. Legend on 3k, Marco on 30k. Uh-oh, uncontested now. Uncontested. The Desolators, that one Desolator goes vet. Legend calls GG's. Marco takes it home. Man, what a knife fight. What a knife fight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
Perfect.